Okay, welcome back. We've got another trick I'm going to show you, and this is the trick of random numbers. Now, random numbers don't sound so exciting, but in computer programming, they're super useful. Now, let's just talk real quick about the concept of a random number. In life, when you want a random number, typically what you do is you roll a die or dice. When you roll a die, you get a random number between 1 and 6. You don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be some number between 1 and 6. That makes sense? Now, Scratch is a little smarter than that. I'm going to reuse one of your missile examples that we had used earlier, but don't worry about it. I'm going to be worrying about this balloon. Here's this balloon. He's exciting. In your Operators tab, Scratch is better than rolling dice because when you roll a die, you're always going to get a number between 1 and 6. In Scratch, you could say, I want a number between 1 and 10, or a number between 1 and 30, or whatever. So you could have like a super dice. Now, the reason why this is handy is because of X and Y. So let's think about this. If you look down here, down where it will show you where the X and Y coordinate of your cursor. If I go far over here to the right, that X is 240. If I go far over to the left, that X is negative 240. So if I wanted to randomly pick an X position that's on the screen, I could say go between I want a number between negative 240 and 240. Much better than rolling a 6-sided dice, right? That's a 480-sided dice. Now watch me again. I'm going to go down to the bottom of the screen. That gives me a Y value of negative 180. Up to the top of the screen gives me a Y value of positive 180. So if I wanted a random Y that's on the screen, I would want something between negative 180 and positive 180. Now, why would I want a random X and a random Y? Because in motion, I could say set your X to be 0 or set your X to be 10. But I could also say set your X to be something random that's on the screen. And I also have a set Y. So this allows you to say set your Y to something. I don't care as long as it's on the screen. Now, when this balloon gets going, when the game starts, the balloon is going to say set my X to who knows what and set my Y to who knows what. So if I run the game, he goes somewhere. I run the game, he goes somewhere else. Now, as long as you pick those numbers right, notice I said I only want something between negative 240 and 240, so between something that's on the screen. Well, I just jinxed myself because where did he go? Oh, I don't know. So, so you don't know where he's going to show up, but he's going to show up. Now, what you could do right now, this game, that balloon says, anytime I touch a missile, I'm just going to hide. Whoops, if I could hit him. Boom. But, I don't know, if you're feeling fancy, you could say, I don't actually want you to hide. I want you to go somewhere else. So, this would allow me to, every time that balloon touches somebody, or touches a missile, now this game can keep going a longer amount of time, because, well, this requires me to have some kind of aim. This is much harder than I thought it would be. Come on. There it is. So anytime it gets hit, it just goes somewhere, but you don't know where it's going to go. Just somewhere. Well, anyway, hopefully you get the point, because I can't actually win this game. There it is. So, so he rolls it every time he gets touched by the missile. He rolls his. You got to be kidding me. I give up. Okay, but anytime he gets touched by the bullet, he's going to go somewhere, and you just don't even know where. Now, that's pretty cool, and that's pretty awesome. Let me show you how you could use this with clones. Like, you love that balloon, and that balloon is awesome, and he is very handy. I'm going to put him back into hide mode, right? But the moral of the story is when you get some code that you like, no, that's not what I wanted to do, and you would like to have like more than one balloon, you could go back to that cloning business. So here we go. I'm going to move this. I'm going to say now that actual balloon is going to do nothing. He's just going to spawn some clones. So what I'm going to say is, well, where were those cloning tabs? Or where are those cloning blocks? Okay. I'm going to say, when the game starts, I want that balloon, who's really handy, to 10 times create a clone of himself. And then I want those clones, when the clone is cloned, every clone will go somewhere random and wait to get hit. When he gets hit, instead of hiding, I want him to kill himself. So this red balloon right here, or purple balloon, actually does nothing. It's kind of lame. When the game starts, all he does is spawn clones, and then all of his clones go somewhere random and then will die when they get hit. And so this would give me, hopefully, a game I can actually play. Awesome. Now, watch this. That original clone, right, that dude right there actually doesn't do anything, because the only thing he did was spawn the clones, and the clones are the people that could die. So this is kind of bizarre, but you could say, I want that original balloon to just not even show up, be invisible, and just clone himself and never do anything else. But anyway, so the great thing is, every time you start this game, sorry, his clones were invisible, so I need the clones to actually show themselves. So every time you start this game, it's different, because all of your targets show up in random places, and you're happy. My spacebar is broken and doesn't work very well. But anyway, so that's kind of the power of random numbers and clones. Now, real quick, you could say this always spawns 10 clones, so you could do something crazy and say, I want between 5 and 10 clones. So repeat some random number of times the cloning. So when you do this, you could say, that time I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The random number I got was 7, and so I cloned myself 7 times. This time I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That time my random number was 6, and I got 6 clones. This time I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, so you could just, adding some randomness makes it feel a lot more like a game and not so set in stone. So hopefully, maybe random numbers will help you with your game.